This is India, and this is what people from India look like. Now this is China, and this is what people from China look like. If we compared these two people, they'd be really fucking different. And the countries they live in, full of these individual people, and a lot of them. They're the two most populated countries in the world, with almost 3 billion people between them, with China having 389 people per square mile, and India housing more than 1,000. So it's only logical that these two countries are far apart in the world stage, and nowhere near each other. Oh, what's that? They're right fucking next to each other? What does the India-China border look like? Well, let's start with the two countries in between them. This is Bhutan. They've only got 14,000 square miles of land, so about the size of Maryland, and about 700,000 people, which gives them 50 people every mile, which is surprisingly average, and probably why they call Bhutan the Switzerland of Asia. And speaking of people, here's some Chindians in Bhutan. It's kind of a mix, because in some pictures they look like a mix between Chinese and Indians, but in other pictures they just look Chinese, and their architecture is very Chinese, and the country is Buddhist, which is very Chinese. But let's look at the second country, Nepal. Now Nepal is right here, and it's got a population of 29 million in its 56,000 miles, which means it's got 500 people per square mile, which kinda explains why it's such a shitty place to live, but there's a lot of people who do, and this is what they look like. Definitely more Indian looking, some even have the forehead dot, but way darker, way less Chinese, so we've kinda gotten nowhere so far. Also, isn't it kind of funny that the country's called Nepal, but it looks like a dick? Yeah, looking at these countries hasn't answered the big question, really. What does the border between India and China look like? And the answer lies in Tibet. What's Tibet? The part of China on the India-China border. So here's a map of China's biggest cities as dots. Notice that none of them are in this Tibet region. Do you want to know why? It's 500,000 square miles and only 3.5 million people live there, meaning Tibet's population density is 7.6 fucking people per square mile. Oh, you know, compared to India's more than 1,000? Yeah, Tibet has 7. And so, the big question, what do people in Tibet look like? Nothing, because no one fucking lives there. Because this is the terrain. It's barely habitable, untraversable, and the people border is practically uninhabited. So thanks, Tibet. The answer to the question is simply nothing, and all my time has been wasted. Thank you for watching, and fuck you, China.